was pretty icy, covered in snow. Lady coming my way, coming from a left turn, kind of lost control. Her back end slid, and yeah, went all the way to my side of the road, hit me head on. It was small speed. We were doing around, I was going about 35 or 40 kilometers an hour, maybe even slower. She wasn't doing much faster, but as I said, it was very slippery. I did everything I could to try and avoid it. Went all the way to the right, as far right as I could. As you can see in the pictures, I even hit this pile of sand that's next to the road. So yeah, that was the most I could do. Either way, made a claim to her insurance and towed the car away. So, well, let me show you the car. Here's the aftermath. Unfortunately, car is probably totaled. That's not such a big problem. Everything here is easily fixable, and so new fender, new bumper, new headlight, some suspension work, a bit bent wheel, nothing too serious. But this is a problem because, well, front airbags went off, side curtains went off, and yeah, because of that, car will probably be totaled. And it also makes me not want to fix it. Again, I bought a car sight unseen. And when I say sight unseen, well, there's a lot of things that weren't shown in the photos and were unseen. But yeah, here it is. As you can see, we had to use the tractor because it's fucking smashed. But hey, that's one of the ways you can get 300 horsepower out of your 140 now. Also, an automatic, Alcantara sport seats. Ooh, my favorite black roof lining or anthracite. Big screen, even though it was cracked, one of the things that weren't shown in the picture, so thank you very much whoever did that. And yeah, what is it? Wow, it's an M135i. No, the left fender is complete, so that's what I need. But either way, they said engine block is fine. Well, no, it's not. It's leaking oil all the fucking floor. So yeah, there's that. And second thing, gearbox, yes, we didn't test it, but it's all in one piece. Well, you'll probably won't be able to see it, but what I can tell you right now, the gearbox is not in one piece. Well, we'll start with stripping down the car, getting the N55 engine that's lying under there out. Then we'll be getting the ZF 8-speed auto transmission off. Hopefully it will work. Head and block were supposed to be all good. All good, he said. Either way, it's crappy. It's way worse than I thought. It's way worse than it was said. But hey, it's a project. It's a car. I guess we'll do something of it. We've cut off most of the front subframe. And yeah, the engine is now almost in its natural position. There is no subframe here, so no mount here. It's a bit to the left and down. This mount is also cracked, but yeah, it's not smashed in. It's not all the way to the right. We're making progress. Prop shaft off. All the, well, what was left from mounts is off. So this part of the gearbox is basically free. We only need to remove the wires, the connectors. We'll do that later. This side of the engine is free. We've taken off all this crap. I cannot take off the half shaft because I don't have the correct tools, so yeah, there's that. We'll have to support it with something and rotate the jack so we can pull it on this jack out. Yes, it's unsafe, it's not smart. And that's how we do stuff here. Alrighty then. We're getting out. All that's giving us trouble now is this fuel line hose. Everything else is disconnected and pretty much out. Okay. Yeah, we're slowly getting there, and looking at all this, for sure we're going on with this project. Now, okay, I won't say we are for sure yet. We have to take off the valve cover and I need to check out the camshaft. This is the main problem that's left. I did take off the spark plugs. We did check the interior of the engine, and the pistons, they all look okay. Again, very good. Some of the wiring needs fixing. I mean, you've seen it, it's a carnage. And yeah, there's a lot of carbon buildup, like everywhere, but I'm not touching these. We have to wash these because, yeah. But if we're not counting the carbon buildup, remove the head gasket. But I'm pretty pleased because I don't know how much you can see, but this is one very healthy engine block. So yeah, and you can see we've been busy little bees, cleaning all the cylinders, all the pistons, all the surrounding area. And I can tell you, as I said when I opened the I need to get some light for you. Well, I don't know how much you can see, but all the cylinder walls are like that, like perfect. So that's a good thing. Also, we've removed the crank hub. Good luck removing that. I think it's something like 8 Newton plus 270 degrees, and it holds on tight. But what I'm going to do now is, well, put the newly worked head on. Oh, wait. I just remembered. I haven't shown you the state of the head.
Watch this, watch this.
Well, this does look shiny and new from up here. It's hiding a nasty damage. So basically, cylinder 1 is bollocks, but in the machine shop cannot fix. A bit of welding here, a bit of grinding, then machining, exchanging the valves. That's why we are taking these ones off. We'll be using them. Resurfacing the head. Should be good to go. And all in all, well, why did we buy this crappy head when we had a crappy head? Well, because this one was very cheap. Basically for 400 or 500 euro we'll have a used head. We then have to work on the valves and everything, but I think I'll just have the machine shop do it. So anyways, we'll see. For now we have a head. As you've seen in the last video, block and everything on the lower part is okay. So let's go on with the build. So this is what was once busted cylinder 1. Still not perfect. You can see a bit of scratching here, and it's not perfectly shaped with this one, but it's even better because now it doesn't have sharp edges, which is, to be honest, the better solution. Maybe I should have had all the cylinders, all the bolts done like that. Anyways, this is now done, and even though I planned on doing some head work myself, I didn't. So the head is straightened up, all the valves have been checked, all the seats have been machined, free-angle job, and yeah, the head is ready to go on the car. Today we're officially beginning the swap on this car, which means everything from the interior going out. Let's go. I don't know if I ever showed you the damage on the car. So the tire hit this, got a few bends, but nothing major. These two mounts were sheared off, they're welded back on, so that's okay. This is all okay. This mount was bent as hell, so we'll be using the one, we did get it straight, but we'll be using the one from the black car, which is should be stiffer. As you can see, the car that hit me missed, only damaged this a bit, so yeah, there's that. But then again, this mount took the brunt of the force, but again, no biggie. We managed to straighten it out, so that's all okay. So basically everything chassis wise is okay. Now this happened when, since I was turning right and trying to avoid the head-on crash, I hit the pile of sand that was near the road, so yeah, then there's that. So we'll have to take this off, straighten it a bit, but yeah, I don't know how we'll use that because the M bumper is going on, so that in another video when we receive all the parts. For now, well, we continue disassembling the front end. Getting this mofo out, whether it's the last thing I do.
Oh, great.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm alive. You?
And that's why you need a better workshop to do this shit. This downpipe still looks good. I really hope the intake manifold didn't crack, but yeah. The freaking engine is out and the freaking car is like all disassembled. Thank you, life. Whoa! Someone brought this rear subframe out. Now all we need to do is get someone to put it on the car. And now, the moment we've been waiting for. Everything is assembled and it's time for this car to be lowered down. First time as an M135 xDrive with xDrive subframes. So yeah, let's see what's going on. Oh, it's pretty damn high. Well, I hope it will sit down a bit more once we get it driving. Just to show you, if you ever get an idea that engine swapping a motor car is, well, a smart idea. And that's the 114i. If you are doing any kind of swap like this magnitude swap, don't even think about it without the donor car, because hey, this all shit needs to go in. Then we take everything from this car out and put it in that car. So yeah, as I said, scope of things to come. All the wiring is out. Now we need to clean all of this up because it's greasy, grimy and shitty. Oh no, we have to disassemble these heat shields and this. Once we do that, all this is getting cleaned up so it looks like a car again. And yeah, I wonder how a F20 wiring loom looks like. Wires. Now this is an interesting part because, well, I don't have it because we cut it off. Anyways, 135i dual climate, whatever it's called, was cracked. So we've put all this venting from 114i, and unfortunately they aren't the same. So what we are doing right now, well, we've cut the 114i here, cut 135i from 135i plastic, and now we're welding it back together. So there's that. And voila, like nothing ever happened. Does seem pretty sturdy. Oh yeah, the air curtain, it's in. Pop rivets, two pop rivets, I don't know, they were like 8mm or something big. I think 8mm. Hard to find. It's done. It's here. Yeah. Time to get this party started. I know you would think this is a pretty easy job, but damn, is it time consuming. So everything is buttoned up right now, ready for dashboard and center console, and then the seats. Yeah, we've put the interior back together, most of it. Now it's time to pull it back out because this carpet needs to go out. Well, this should do it. I don't want to pull complete interior out. I don't know. I'll check the underside of the car. I mean, whatever. I need to get the part off first. So yes, I'm going under the car, getting the part off. We'll bother with this once we get to the welding, because this part of the car is different on this car than on that car. So from this point forward it's okay, from this point backwards it's okay, so only this here hump, it's different. Now I won't be cutting all of this out. I mean, I can bang this with a hammer on the other one, so yeah, but there is a reinforcement plate underneath which we will be cutting off and welding to that car. And yeah, on that plate, that's where gearbox mounts go. This part here is the same. This all here is the same. So the difference starts here. As you can see, we only need this part for reinforcement, so this part here. for insertion. No, really. This right now should be ready to go in. Fitting this in, it always had some place where it didn't wanna go, but now, well now, it's welded, it's stacked in over there, it's welded in here. Some of these welds are really saggy, but I'm welding upside down with no space. Yeah. Now that we're done, you can barely tell something has been worked on. I know you can tell, but look at it now. Alright, so now you can't tell that anything has been done. Well, getting the engine in was a lot easier than we thought. But getting the engine to start, well, it takes a lot of work. So all the fuel lines are connected. The engine is bolted in from the upside and from the downside. Yeah, everything here looks kind of connected. We've thrown in these hoses. And yeah, I'll explain about this a bit later, because what we'll try to do is switch so I can use this stock 114i coolant expansion tank, and we'll try and get the air intake filter up here. In an N55, in 135i, it's the other way around, so yeah, hopefully we get that sorted. But before that, I want to finally finish this interior because it bugs me looking like this, so let's start with that. There. All better. The prop shaft is on, and not just the prop shaft. We have a lot of plastics down here and a lot of heat shields. So yeah, basically, well, almost done. So this is now done. We've cut the part of this hose off and stick it on here. It does have a bit of a bend right about here, but it shouldn't be a problem. There won't be a lot of flow on this one. And for this one, we have these two pieces. Now this is a bit of a problem because it goes in at a funny angle, which I cannot correct. And this, on the other hand, goes pretty much okay. So all I need now is an S hose, which will go from here to here. This side also finished. We've rotated this expansion tank for one tooth, as you can see. Moved it, rotated it. This is a air filter mount we've cut off, so this fits perfectly now, and we just need to sort out this part. We'll cut it here and have to sort out, I don't know, this is broken. I'll see what I can do with that. And it should go like that, and cooling system is done. Oh, we fixed the cables for the steering rack, so everything here is fixed in place. And now it's time to put the radiator and the front end in. Oh, and the bonnet is in. Yeah, we've been busy. This is nice. Lights are bad, but as you can see, most of the front end is assembled. I'm missing a few bits and bolts here. Have to play with some things here, but okay. And as you can see, N114i, so the intake is coming right about here, which a cone filter will be. So perfect. I already showed you. This is almost like perfect. I need to sort this out, and that's that. Everything works. I'm sorry for the bad lighting situation, but the car is getting an M140i front bumper. And yes, it's a 140i because there are plates that go in here, and you can see there is no headlights. Oh no, there are no fog lights. We still need to fit it because it fits like crap. And the lower part, yeah, I'll show you about the bumper later. But yeah, I mean, it's looking like a car after a lot of time. being disassembled and everything. Yeah, it's a car. So, what's left to do? First things first, we need to put some gearbox oil in. And for that, we have a strange contraption over there. I'll show you that later. Then, we have to sort out this thing. These are oil cooler lines. I've dumped the original ones. I won't be using them. And I'll be using these AN10 lines. Or AN8. No, AN10 lines. We'll be routing them down here, just a bit further back. And then we'll be using this aftermarket cheap Chinese oil cooler. And there we have it, all done. As I said, this one really nicely routed. This one would be better if it was a 90 or actually 60 or at least 90. But okay, we are making it do like this. It goes down here besides the fan. It's not too tight, has breathing room still. And down here, they're tied together like this, and that's where they go. Yeah, now we have to check out if the bumper will fit, but I don't see a reason why it wouldn't now. As you can see, it's a complete car. We still have to machine the brakes. We'll do that once we get it running. The oil cooler. Oh, I didn't show you. I needed to cut the tab, this tab, left one, off because it was falling on the bumper. But yeah, the oil cooler is in there. Talking about strange contraption, here it is. Also, here's a cat. Cat, leave the camera alone. Well, it's a can with a hose and the tire valve. Cat, leave me alone. On which we can connect the pump, pressurize it, and then that should make oil flow into the gearbox. If I don't freeze before that. Here we have it. One more thing, coolant. This routing we designed, not really a good solution because there is a thermostat in the gearbox oil cooler, which means I don't have enough flow until it gets hot. It means it's hard to fill up the coolant, and yeah, I don't want it to be blocked until it's hot. So the solution we will do is take out the thermostat, drill a small hole on it, so there is always a bit of flow. Alright, now we have two small holes. That's it. Now there should be enough water flow for, well, water to flow constantly. Those two holes I showed you obviously work because we couldn't get the coolant in before. And as you can see, now it goes in slowly but surely. And don't call me Shirley.
Sounds broken.
So here's what we're looking at. A lot of things not working. Now, this one and this one, I think those two are gearbox. So yeah, that's that jack in front, which I haven't fixed yet, so not a big problem. This one is a fuel pump controller, which I didn't switch over, and now I need to switch it over because the white car fuel pump controller obviously can control the N55 fuel pump. So as you can probably hear, the fuel pump is always running. I don't know why. And this one really annoys me. This is the electronic servo rack. So yeah, this can mean two things. Either I didn't fix the connections properly, which a moron, I am. I didn't notice that the white and the black car, so 114i and M135 have basically the same loom, which is separate to other looms. So yeah, we'll switch that over now and see if that helps. So that's the first plan. Then we're fixing the connector for this, and then we'll switch over this one, and then we'll see what happens. I've managed to pull this off. So this is the connector for the steering rack. This is complete steering rack loom, plus this is fan loom. These are needed because, well, that's broken, that's the fan. So here we'll disconnect it. So basically I can only change this and then extend these wires. But no, since I'm not sure that my steering rack loom is good, I'll change this completely, so this needs to go. Ooh, that's why I had so many errors on the engine side. What the fuck? Well, now this is where we are at. Just to show you a bit what wiring job on this car looks like. So these two we spliced. We will solder them now, and then this is connected. And all we need to do is we have this one and 3 more here. They should be here somewhere. 1, oh, and they're here, and we'll solder them here. So we started the day with 130 faults. 4 ECUs weren't being read. I've managed to diagnose the airbag problem. It's the, I don't know what it's called, the plus connection on the battery, which blows out when you have a crash. I need to change that. And also, I have to code in the new airbag ECU, or switch to one that should have been in this car, because I'm a moron, I didn't switch it. We had, as I said, 4 ECUs that weren't working. And I was afraid maybe the steering rack is busted. Then you saw us switch the electronics. And guess what? All the ECUs are now working. But we've gone from 80 errors to 116. Now, well, since we had a bunch of work done, what we'll do is delete fault memory and then do another scan to see which of these are now done and which stayed on. This is now okay, and this is now okay. So yeah, that, it wasn't an ECU fault. The fault was that one connector wasn't plugged in the front. This is way better. I think the problem now is that the gearbox is screwed into neutral physically, so yeah, we need to remove that. But for a better assessment, we'll have to check it out here. There are still 83 faults here, so...
One eternity later.
Well, this is beautiful. Only 14 faults. And I know you might say 14 faults, that's not beautiful. Maybe for you, but we started with 84 or 86. Remember that? Well, we're down to 14. Hey, look what's missing. And look who's here. Now let's test this bastard to see what's going on. We've bench tested the starter motor. It works, it's okay. But, yeah, torque converter is stuck. We've even opened the engine to see if maybe the engine is stuck, but no, the insides of the cylinders look like brand new, like they were when we put it together, so it's all good there. But either torque converter or flex plate, we've done something wrong with that. So yeah, right, just to show you, the gearbox is now basically off, so you can turn the engine quite easily. But as soon as I put the bell housing on, it seizes up. I don't know. As I said, probably torque converter. We're taking it down and we'll check it out. Whoop, we dropped the gearbox. Who would have thought? This is the problem because it fell out and it shouldn't fall out. So basically, I probably didn't put it in the way it should be put in.
That's what she said.
Yeah, this little bitch is finally in. We measured it. It needs to be around 28 mil, I think. 28 mil is what the flex plate is out of the engine block surface. And this little puppy was, I mean, measuring from the hole, because that's where you measure it, was only 22 mil because the middle gear wasn't engaging. well, it wasn't engaging the first time I put it back together, and tightening the gearbox on kind of damaged the teeth on it. A bit of filing action, a bit of jiggling with a improvised tool, and I can tell you it's in now. It's around 30 mil from the surface to the bolt holes, even a bit more. Anyways, torque converter is in. It's in, baby. It's in how it's supposed to be in, and the gearbox can go on the car. And then finally, after gazillion years, I think, maybe a bit more, we can try and start the car, this time for real. The car doesn't want to start again. It does run, as you've seen, but yeah, that's now the problem. We'll back to the drawing board. So yeah, it's really dark and you won't see shit, but the ISM, whatever it's called, we changed it, and I fucking forgot to film it. But hey, I can film it now. Brake pedal and press start button. Oh, we're moving for the first time. It's not great, but we're moving. So yeah, that's about it. Yep, it drives now.